Morning everyone. I want to show you a simple command line utility I use to rename a bunch of files in bulk. And yeah, so I have a folder here containing about 117 different books on the Go programming language. And as you can see, the files are named in a weird way. The name of the ebook starts after a series of numbers, and this is the case for all files. And I want to delete these numbers that come before the name of the ebook. And I'm going to show you the way I do that. So let me open a terminal here, and I'll just list the files here so you can see how they're named. And so we have files that begin with this series of numbers, and then a space, and then the name of the file, and then there are files that are like this. So you have two sets of numbers separated by a comma and a space, and then a space, and then the name of the file. And then there are files with a number and then a capital letter X. So there's a tool I use for this. I've been using it for many years. It's called vimv. So it's made up of two words, vim and mv. In the world of Linux, vim is a very powerful command line text editor. I use it to write code, sometimes directly when logged into a server somewhere. And then there's mv. mv is a utility that is built into most terminals, and people use it to change file names or move them to different locations within the file system. Yeah, so the tool I'm talking about is vimv, a combination of both utilities. So I'm going to do vimv asterisk, so it can open a list of every file name in this folder. And there we go. So vim is a very simple text utility, but its power lies in the different ways you can manipulate text displayed within the editor itself. So we can see the numbers I was telling you about, so these ones, and then those that have an X at the end, and then those like this that are made up of two sets of numbers before the name of the ebook. Yeah. So vimv opens up the file names here, and basically whatever manipulations I make on these lines of text, they'll be saved once I exit out of this editor, and all file names that match whatever you see here will be renamed according to how they look like after I save. So let's get rid of the numbers and the X's and the other numbers as well, and the commas between numbers. So I'm going to use just a minute. Yeah. So I'm going to use regular expressions to match whatever text it is I want to get rid of. So we need to get rid of the numbers. So in regular expressions, once you have this caret character here, if you can see where my mouse pointer is, so this says anything beginning with, yeah, and then I'm going to use a range, so all numbers between 0 to 9, that's basically all integers. So that will match, so this matches any character but 1. So if I want to match a series, I use asterisks. So as you can see, it has matched only numbers, but it hasn't picked up the X, and in this case it hasn't picked up this comma and the space and the next number and this space. So we need to include these in within the square brackets. So I want to also match X, I want to also match commas, I want to match space. So if we include those, and remember this will only match one character at a time, so we need to match multiple characters, and then you do that, and every number that you want to exclude out of the file names will be highlighted. So I'm just going to replace those numbers with nothing, and yep, so that's it. Let's go up. Yeah, so if I save this file and I exit, so W is right, means right, Q means exit, then I press enter, you'll see all these files here being renamed. So we press enter, there we go. So I've gotten rid of those numbers that were coming before the file names. I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial, and so anywhere you have anywhere you can install Linux or on Mac OS, you can install this utility, and yeah, bye, thanks for watching.